In this era of online transactions, online training, don't you want to be a tech savvy teacher? I think that's very important. The teachers who used to be shy in front of cameras are able to stand in front of the same camera for hours together. They are able to run online classes for hours together. Isn't it amazing? This is not applicable to everyone. This is not applicable to all the teachers. Some people are left out. Some teachers have been left out. For them, I am coming up with this video. In this video, you will learn few techniques, how to face the camera, how to equip yourself for online classes, online teaching. Though I am coming up with this video for teachers, I think this video is applicable to everyone, even the people who are running businesses, people who are working in offices, everyone. This is applicable to everyone. In this first video of this series, I am going to teach you the very basic fundamental rules of facing the camera. Hello friends, this is Somnath Havargi. What makes me eligible for creating this video? Friends, I am running 2 preschools in Bangalore, so I think I have enough experience to share with you. We have been running online classes for Tiny Tots for almost 6 months now, and it's going very well. Most of my teachers are well trained, they have good experience. I have been observing their techniques, their skills, so I think it's time to share with you. Friends, first of all, let us discuss about the positioning of camera. How far or how close? Look at these 3 pictures in front of you. In the very first picture, look at this screen. The lady is very close to the camera. You can see the big eyes and big face, but the face is not complete. This is too close for video capturing, so this is not good. Look at the second picture. The relative size of the person in this picture is very small. The entire real estate of the screen is wasted. Looks like the camera is far away and it is focused at a different point. So again, this is not good. Now let's look at the third picture. This looks perfect. The size is perfect, the height is perfect, the positioning is perfect. This is a perfect setup. Now once again, look at the positioning of the camera, this time how up or down. It's very important. Again, let us look at the pictures here. In the first picture, the camera is looking from down upwards. So this is not at all good, my dear friends. So the camera is kept on the table and it is looking at the ceiling. The big problem is through the nose you can see the entire brain, and this angle is not good. In the second picture, the camera is at a much higher level than the face and it is looking downwards, and this also does not look perfect. It does not look good. This needs to be avoided. In the third picture, once again, this is perfect one. The camera is right in front of the teacher. In the third picture, if you carefully observe, the lens of the camera is positioned at a height which is close to the nose of the person. I think this is the right angle and the right positioning. Friends, now I am talking about lighting. Let us focus on the natural lighting. Let's look at this picture. See here in these 3 pictures, you can notice that the sunlight is being utilized, well utilized. The 3 people are standing right next to the window, and the natural diffused exterior light is falling on the face of these objects, and it's looking good. It's looking perfect. I strongly advise you to make use of the sunlight, diffused interior sunlight, so that the photography or videography comes out perfect. You don't have to go for expensive light setting. Anyway, that we'll be discussing the future episodes. Though I am recommending you to make use of the natural light, there are a few things to be avoided. Look at this picture. Please avoid these 3 things. Number 1, bright light in the background. Just look at the face. The first picture, the lady has a bright background, so her face is not at all visible. She is looking like a ghost. And look at the other pictures. Because of the bright sunlight in the background or bright sunlight on the face, the pictures are not coming good. So friends, we need to remember that ordinary cameras are not capable of adjusting to the intensity of light. So when we are looking at online classes or simple utilization, please avoid bright sunlight directly falling on the camera or directly falling on your face. And in the last picture, I'm asking you to avoid the shadows. Shadows are not good in videos. Shadows are not good in teaching videos. In the coming episode, I will be discussing how to avoid shadows. But for right now, what we need to remember is just avoid shadows as much as possible. Now let me talk about the background. Background is very important. Again, let's look at this picture. Here, the background is so cluttered, we are unable to see where the person is. We are unable to locate where the vendor is sitting. The simple recommendation is keep the background as clear as possible, as simple as possible. Friends, now let's move our focus on the audio, sound and environment. It is very important to have a very silent room for recording. Please choose the best possible, the most silent room in your house or office. If it is online classes, you can't help it. You need to have the classes during the daytime. But if possible, if you are creating offline content like videos, you can choose early morning or late night so that the exterior noise is very less. Friends, in order to avoid echo issues, if the room is big and empty, it is going to create a lot of echo. So make sure that the room chosen is not totally empty. And a simple suggestion to avoid echo is try to use a microphone. It helps you in reducing some noise and echo for some extent. Anyway, this we are going to cover in the next episode. Now let's move to some technical side. Which camera? See, most of the recent laptops that we are using have a webcam just like shown in this picture. And coming to our most favorite cameras on our mobile phones, there are two sets of cameras. The topmost picture you are seeing is the rear camera, and below you are looking at front cameras. It's very common that the rear cameras are very powerful, they have better focus and they have a better resolution, which we are going to talk a little later. My favorite is mobile's rear camera. By the way, we are not talking about DSLRs, that is out of scope, because here we are talking about simple solutions for online classes, so DSLRs are kept outside our view. Here I am going to talk about some camera specifications and settings. First, let us look at the aspect ratio, very important. You see these green rectangles, right? They are showing you the aspect ratios. The first one is 1:1, that is width versus height is 1:1. The second one is 4:3, and the third one is 16:9. In the very beginning, 1:1 was very common, but until very recently, 4:3 is the best aspect ratio that is available. Most of the devices, most of the projectors used to use this aspect ratio, that is 4:3. I would say that is the best bet to go for when you don't know which aspect ratio to use. The third one, 16:9, is the recent one. It is mostly used by all the latest laptops, latest projectors, and even some of the movies. Coming to the resolution, some of the resolution listed are 614 to 360. First of all, what is resolution? Resolution is the number of picture elements on the x-axis versus y-axis. It is just like how many columns and how many rows in a screen. Some of the very common resolutions are 614 to 360, 614 to 480, 800 by 600. These are the old resolutions, and the latest high definitions are 1440 into 1440, that is 1:1, 1280 into 720, one more high definition, 1920 into 1080. And you can look at this picture, or higher the resolution, clearer the picture, more pixels, clearer picture. Friends, now I'm going to talk about the file sizes. Though it sounds very technical, it's very, very important. When you start recording, the file size can be very, very big. It can get to be a huge file. Let us take an example. I'm doing some calculations here. We need to choose a format. Let's choose the simple most format, that is MPEG. And let's pick the most common resolution, that is 720 into 486. And let's fix frame rate, that is number of frames per second, as 24. And now assume that we are shooting for 10 minutes, the video length is 10 minutes. If I calculate, the total space required for this video is 465 MB, that is 465 megabytes. That is quite a big file, friends. Why am I talking about the size of the file? Because once you video record, once you create the video file, then you will have to pass it on to someone else. Someone has to work on it, edit it, take it to the next level. So it becomes very difficult to handle huge files. So you need to be aware what kind of file you are going to create and store. Friends, towards the end, I'm going to give you a very simple tip which is going to help you a lot. Look at this picture. The first part of the picture looks blurred and second part of the picture is clearer. Why? Because I just cleaned the camera lens. Please wipe the camera lens before you start using. This simple tip can save you from a lot of work. Before we come to the end, let us discuss on the difference between online classes and offline content creation. See, online classes are live. There is no possibility of retake. People are watching you, people are looking at you. Whatever you're doing, they are seeing it. Whatever you're speaking, they are listening to you. It is only forward direction. There is no backward direction. Offline videos are recorded. There is a possibility of retake, so you can retake as many times as you want. So obviously the quality is good and better. You need to be aware what you are getting into. Thank you, friends. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. More and more stuff is coming. If you want more tips for teachers, please stay with us. Thank you.